Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Mark Johnson, Run the Maverick, the Money Maverick, Active Dad. Thank you so much for tuning in with me on my page. Definitely have different pages on YouTube, but definitely this is one of them. And yeah, it's been a crazy year. Pretty much what the video is going to be year in review. I know you guys know I got a lot of stuff going on always, so definitely it's going to be trying to make this as short as possible. So yeah, you guys know I'm a running maverick, money maverick, active dad. You guys know first off, I'm a track runner, and so I'm a father and also a husband and a businessman. So again, if you guys hear booming, booming, that's my kids upstairs. You know, I've got 4 children, my wife, married 12 years. So definitely never a dull moment, always something going on. So it's always sometimes hard to put a video together for you guys. But again, if you guys hear the noise, that's the kids, or that's the washer, or that's something going on, because there's never a dull moment in my house. Year in review. So definitely I'm going to start with our cafe. So we opened a new business this year, Patty and Paw Cafe in Barrie, and it's been amazing. You know, running your own business is very hard. A lot of times people say running a business is easy, just simple, but not easy. It's hard. But at the end of the day, it's hard and hard. There's no simple in running a business. There's no easy in running a business. It's a lot of work, and we thank God that we have a cafe and we are taking it one day at a time and doing what we got to do and pushing forward to next year. It's going to be an even greater year for the cafe and for our business lives, I guess. But yeah, that's number one. We got the cafe up and running. Next, we got a YouTube page up and running, Chilling with the Johnsons, cartoon that my wife does. Right now, I think we're currently around 235,000 subscribers, which is amazing. Definitely, year in review has been really cool. We took a little pause in the middle of the year just because we've been busy with the cafe. You know, a lot of those people out there that don't understand it. When you have a large family, it's always busy. There's always something going on. Again, those are the kids. There's always something going on, so you can't do everything. Like balance, there's no balance. There's always something going on. So you can't just, there's only so much hours in the day. You can only do so much. So at the end of the day, as we take turns, took a pause on the show, coming back even stronger in the new year. You guys have already seen the page, Chilling with the Johnsons is up and running again. Got new content there. My wife's gonna be putting out more stuff for you guys to watch about the family and about our creative lives. So that's gonna be pretty cool, very cool. And year in review, you guys know I'm an actor too in the GTA area. I do background acting, and I started doing a lot of stand-in work. Those of you that are in the acting industry, you know what that is. So yeah, I got some days on some shows, and it was pretty cool. You know, a new experience when you do stand-in. A lot of people don't like it, but I do. It's just that a lot of times when you're doing background work or extra work, you feel like you don't get to see what's going on behind the scenes. But definitely when you do stand-in work, you get to see everything pretty much. You get to work with a production company, you get to work with the actors, you get to work with the directors, and pretty much you get to see more action. You get to see what's going on. So you get to see them set up the set. You get to see them set up what they're going to shoot, set up the cameras. You stand there. You learn the actors' names and stuff like that. And when you're background, you really don't see any of that stuff. You pretty much just get in the shot. You get out the shot whenever they're ready for you or when they're done with you, and that's it. You go home. Stand in, you pretty much you're there for the whole day, depending on if they need you or not. And then, you know, it's a long day, which I like because I want to make that money. You know, I got a large family, got to take care of the family. But stand-in work is usually like that, and I like doing it. So again, I got a little bit of that this year, and then back to the cafe because the cafe takes a lot of our time. So again, I'm sharing my life with you guys. I hope you guys like it. If you don't, it's okay. If you do, share and like this video, share it with friends that you know, and subscribe to our page. So that was definitely something great this year that happened. Also, you guys know I'm a runner. I run track. I run masters. I'm 43, so I run my age group, 40 to 43, and I did really well this year. I ran from January straight to almost right now. It's December, and I'm still running, getting ready for indoor season. And usually most of my indoor races, when it's cold, we run indoor at York University. They have a nice track there. I'm sure you guys seen some of the photos on my Facebook page and my YouTube page and stuff like that. And I ran pretty good this year. Set some new PBs for my age, and they're gonna do even better next year. And then also you guys know I got some running children that run really well. They've been doing really well too, setting PBs already coming up in the December, and next year is going to be amazing for them too. So I got a running family, athletic family, and mine sits on the Olympics. So let's see what happens in the next 10, 15, 20 years. But yeah, that's a year in review for me. Also, let's see what else we got. I lost some weight this month, huh? Surprisingly, I don't usually lose that much weight because I'm not looking to lose weight. I'm 6'3". Usually I weigh between 190 and 195. I think I'm around the same weight right now. It's just that I've turned a lot of fat into muscle, which is great because I had a little bit of fat last year or earlier this year. And I think that hindered me a little bit. And now that that's in muscle, I think I'm going to run a little bit faster now. So that's pretty good. Even at my age, as I get older, I'd like to turn some of that, a little bit of that fat. You may not see it because I'm very thin, but you still got those spots on you that, your legs might be a little bit flabby, or under your arm might be a little bit, and you want to just turn that into muscle. And I'm going to have some courses for you guys to follow, simple stuff for those that want to lose weight, get in shape, and just take their health a little bit more seriously. And next, there's also bad things that happened this year. My car engine blew on my way home. Sometimes I work out of town, and on my way home from out of town, the engine blew. And it was crazy because when I go out of town to work, you're talking like 3-4 hours away from my home. So yeah, engine blew. Wife had to pick me up, had to tow the car home. Make sure you guys get CAA. CAA is the best. I don't know if you guys know, but CAA, that's what we have over here in Canada. And having a membership is always great because the tow is ridiculous. Like, if you don't have CAA and you got a tow from, like, just say it's 2 hours away, that'll probably cost you like $500. But if you have CAA, they give you sometimes a 100-kilometer limit or 200-kilometer limit, and I needed that 300-kilometer limit, and I needed that to get home. So again, those are the kids upstairs, and I only need to pay like $150, which is way better than paying $500 one time. And it's $150 for the year or $200 for the year, and you can use it up to like 4 or 5 tows, which is amazing because, again, like a tow, if you have to pay that for kilometers, it's ridiculous. So at the end of the day, it's always good to make sure that, okay, you get a tow. So I my engine blew. I got to fix that car. I got a flat tire, which I changed. Thank God there was a young boy at my church about 10 years ago taught me how to change a tire, and now I can change my tires. As long as I have a lug nut and I have the jack, I can change my car tire, which is amazing because a lot of people don't know how to do that. I did a video last year on that. I might share it on my page so that you can check it out. Just make sure that you chalk the wheels because the car can roll back if you don't chalk the wheels. And make sure the emergency brake is on too. So chalk the wheels, put the emergency brakes on before you do any kind of tire work. And make sure if you don't know what you're doing, get help. Next, we had some people that passed away. That's the unfortunate thing about life. Death is right around the corner sometimes, and you don't know. Sometimes a person gets sick and then they don't survive, but other times it's unexpected death. And we had a few family members, a few family friends that passed away, and rest in peace. But we have to know that death is there and life must go on, and you got to make sure that you take your life to the fullest because you don't know if you're going to be here the next day. Only God knows what's going to happen tomorrow. And a lot of times we take it for granted that we think we're going to be here tomorrow. And sometimes people don't wake up. Sometimes they have a bad accident. Something happens. They get sick. And it's unfortunate. So my condolences to those families again. Next, a friend of mine had a new baby, so that's, people are always having new children, and which is amazing. It's good to have new babies. Surprise, kept it a secret and then told everybody afterwards, which is his business, their business. They can do what they want. So that was pretty cool. I like that, and a couple more people, family members had babies, so a birth is always amazing. A lot of work because, babies take a lot of work. Again, we got 4, so I know a little bit about it. I'm not an expert, but I can share my stories and my experiences with that. I hope you guys like the new haircut. I decided to get a cut for the new year. I wanted to make sure that I rushed the new year in, and I had a lot of hair before. You guys see my old videos on YouTube. And I said, let me just get a nice cut for the new year. So hope you guys love it. Again, if you guys love the content that I'm sharing my life, live in the GTA area, man, 4 children, married, 12 years, lovely wife, smart woman, and in the new year, I'm definitely going to share more of my life with you guys. So again, subscribe to my page, send it to somebody you know that may like this content and like this information, because I'm just sharing my life. And yeah, so that was pretty much a year in review. Definitely new stuff's gonna happen next year. Definitely more stuff's gonna happen within my family and myself. Definitely this the new year of self-empowerment. Definitely taking care of yourself, thinking about health, thinking about mindset, thinking about achieving new things. This is 2025. Like, tell you the truth, man, everybody, men and women, I graduated high school like 25 years ago, which is unbelievable. Like, I can't believe it. Like, 25 years ago, when I thought about what's going to happen in 25 years, I'm like, yo, 25 years, I'm going to be living in Maui, or like, I'm going to be like multi-millionaire. And I'm on my way still. I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way still. And but I couldn't fathom where I'd be right now and where I am right now. So definitely for the next 25 years, definitely put a plan together. If you're younger than me, you're just finishing high school, you're a teenager, you're gonna get there. So I tell any young person right now, if you're not finished school yet, put a plan together for your next 20 years, even 10 years. Put a plan together, what you want to achieve in the next 10, 20 years, and just execute. If I executed everything on a list for the last 25 years, just say I put on 100 things on that list, I don't even know where I'd be right now. You know what I mean? Like, no one actually told me, yo, put down 10 things. I'm telling you, put 10, 20 things down on the list and crush it out for the next 5 to 10 years. If you do that, which most people don't, they just go by the seat of their pants. They have a lot of dreams. They don't write anything down, and they just go for it. Most likely, you ain't going to achieve any of those things. Right? You might get a job, you might start a family, which are big goals, and that's amazing. But if there's anything that you really wanted to do, put it down on a list and go for it. This year, 2025 is your year to go for it, because I know those people that are out there that watch this video that knew me 25 years ago. You had goals and dreams that you wanted to do too, and you may or may not have accomplished it. And my advice to you is to put that on your list now and crush it out for the next 5, 10 years, because it's going to come by anyways. And you don't want to feel the same way you feel now that you didn't accomplish these things over the last 25 years. Maybe you want to accomplish it in the next 5 years. Maybe you just want to say, you know what, I'm going to just do it and just get it done. And who cares who's going to think, oh, what are you doing? Oh, why are you doing this? You're too old for this, or you're not smart enough to do this, or you don't have enough money to do this, or you've already met your prime. You can't do any of this stuff. Forget that. Write it down and crush it out this 2025, and know that you have no regrets after. That's what I'm doing. I'm putting my list together. I don't care what who wants to think about anything. I'm gonna put my list together and crush it out, and make sure that, you know, I know that I achieved it, or I at least went for it. So definitely that's one. I got some more stuff for you guys definitely in the new year, because you guys know I'm an athlete, I'm a runner. So definitely there's times that I've put down on my calendar that are on my schedule that I want to achieve. Definitely I want to achieve a 2-minute 800 meter, something that I didn't achieve when I was younger. And I'm going to try and push it at my age. World-class men at my age are still running 2 minutes for 800 meter. They're still running like 50 seconds for the 400. I don't know how they're so strong. I don't know what they're on, but I'm going to push myself to see if I can get there. So those are some of my running goals for the new year. Maybe win some more medals and stuff like that. Try some new sports in the track and field event space. You know, maybe try some javelin, some shot put, some. I did it last year. I did okay. You know, it wasn't necessarily my greatest, but when you're trying a sport for the first time, you're not gonna excel unless you're just naturally strong and talented. And I'm not, so I'm gonna have to learn some of these sports or some of these, I don't know, sports, and see how it goes. And so those are some of my goals just for the running. Definitely business-wise, I'm going to start 3 businesses. I'm going to try and get to a million followers on different platforms on social media. I'm going to try and get my financial money up to different levels too. In the new year, definitely I'm going to meet new investors and see what kind of portfolio I can put together or start in the new year. Real estate, crypto, stocks, you name it, I'm going to put it out there and or at least try it. And, that's what you have to do. You have to try different things. You have to try new things. Like, definitely, if things are not going the way you want it to go, make some changes. Again, those are the kids upstairs. You hear that noise? Those are my children. Um, they play a lot. They have a lot of energy, but like that's what we had when we were younger too. We did a lot of exercises. We did a lot of playing outside, and definitely, if your children are active, try and find the ways that you can get them into as many sports as you can. Find ways that you can get the free sports. If you can't, look for the ones that have the programs that you can afford. If you can only afford one sport, put them in the one that they love the best, and go from there. If you can try other sports too. But like, definitely, my advice to you, especially those with children, try and find the things that your children love to do, their skills. They love to cook, let them cook. If they love to run, let them run. If they love to play basketball, make them play basketball. If they love computers, put them in computers. If they love making apps, put them in apps. If they love to just play with toys, that's good too. Like, it's nothing's wrong with a kid being a kid, right? A lot of times we want them to grow up faster than they need to, and then they miss out on their childhood. And we can see that those that missed out on their childhood, it didn't really help them that much. They grew up too fast. They grew up too early. They became adults too early. And then by the time they got in their 20s and 30s, they had a lot of regrets, or they, personality-wise, attitude-wise, mindset-wise, just didn't work out. So let your kids be their kids and let the adults be the adults. That's what my advice is, just through experience. But again, that's a lot year in review for 2024. Again, like I said, I finished high school 25 years ago, so that's unbelievable. So 2025 has to be a huge year for me. I'm putting that on tape. I hope it's a huge year for you. Do what you got to do. Like, you got to try. Want to travel? Put a plan together. You want to quit your job and start your own business? Try and start the business part-time. Don't quit your job until you're ready, stable, and able to do it if that's what you want to do. But if you no, business is the hardest thing to do. If you want to start your own business, it's one of the hardest things to do. Keep your job, do the business part-time, see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, at least you can't say that, oh, I told you to quit your job. No, keep your job, work your job, start your business part-time, start a social media page, do whatever you got to do so you have no regrets in the next 25 years, right? This is, I told my wife, this is 25, it almost feels like a milestone for me. Because again, like I said, I finished school 25 years ago and now it's 25 years later. So at the end of the day, it feels like a milestone, almost like a wedding milestone or whatever you want to call it. Like, it feels like a jubilee or something. What did I do for the last 25 years? Okay, let's crush out the next 25 years. So by the time I'm almost 70, I'd be like, you know what? I did so much in my 25 years. After the 25 years, thank God, right? And that's my advice to you. Write down what you want for the new year or for the next 5 to 10 years. Follow that plan, and you'll thank me in 10 years. You'll be like, you know what? I saw that one video that you put out before 2025, and I did what you said, and I've accomplished so much just in this 1 year, or this 5 years, or this 10 years, that I owe you the world, because you got me moving. You got me to the next level. You got me to say, you know what? Enough's enough. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to do this. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to accomplish this. And so that's all I hope that this video does for you. It gets you off your tail and gets you in the work and in the job and in the stuff that you want to do, so you have no regrets. A lot of times we see people on their deathbeds, they're like, we're always thinking that they're like mad that they're dying, but most times they have a lot of regrets. Like, they're not going to leave that hospital bed. They're not going to leave that room. They're not going to leave that house. They're not going to leave that town ever again. They're never going to drive ever again. They're not going to be able to fly ever again, just because they're either sick or they're dying. And it's just like, you know what? I have a lot of regrets. And maybe that might even cause people to die faster, where they're like, you know what? I'm done. And then they just go downhill. The body just shuts down, and that's it. And I don't want that for you guys. I want you guys to be able to just go out, crush it, put a plan together, execute, get it done, and then do it again or do something else. Like, just because you reach a level of success doesn't mean you have to stop with life. You can keep going. Just because you reach your purpose in life doesn't mean that you give up now. It's done. No, your purpose could be a lifelong purpose. Your purpose could be like, you know what, I want to get 10 of these houses. And after you get 10, then you get 20, and then you get 30. And then you're like, okay, I'm done now. I want to try something else. And that's okay. Nothing's wrong with changing your mind. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't change your mind. You can't change your career. You're washed up. You're not washed up. You can change your mind, change your career, do something different. And that's my advice to you guys. Just keep pushing. Don't give up. Believe in yourself. You can do it. And all the best in 2025. Again, if you have any concerns, questions, DM me, message me. My contact is there. Let's talk. Let's put a plan together. Let's get something done. Let's get you to that level that you want to get to. All right. Take care. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Believe in yourself.